Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Just a few more wake-ups, people. Just a few weeks away before Tyson Fury quits. Yeah, I said it. Tyson Fury's going to quit. I know the Fury fans aren't going to like this. But believe you me, I don't think Tyson Fury's going to make it to the fight. I think he's going to quit. I think Tyson Fury has been exposed. I think he's afraid to be at the top of the heavyweight division, being the undisputed champion. I think Tyson Fury is going to be shaking in his boots and he's going to let down all of his fans. Yeah, I said it. So for those of you who want to disagree with me, I'm going to let you know right now. Hold your horses and don't you dare take it to the stupid, man. Now, somebody posted something in the comments and I thought it was pretty interesting because I obviously... they've been paying attention to Tyson Fury's career just like we all have. Now, you know, on a more serious note, I got to give Tyson Fury his credit because Tyson Fury can fight and he can box and he has IQ and he's just a big guy who just has a lot of advantages when he steps into the ring, okay? But that being said, I still feel he quits. But there is someone who posted something in the comments. And obviously, they've been paying attention to. Now, I say take this with a grain of salt. I do know some of it to be true. The other stuff I've heard, but I haven't timelined it. So I haven't necessarily sanitized the comment. But I do know a lot of the stuff that the person said. There's some truth to it. Now, I'm going to read some of this to you. And remember, this was a comment left for me. I figured I'd share with you all because I've been saying Tyson Fury's going to quit. And I've been saying Tyson Fury, unless he's got the cocktail in him, I think we're just basically going to see a Tyson Fury who looks like an average fighter. Same guy who showed up against Ngannou. And if that guy shows up against Usyk, he's going to know it. And during fight week, I think Tyson Fury will not make it into the ring just to avoid being embarrassed. Now, what was brought to my attention, and this is what somebody wrote, it says, Fury was caught using, well, I'm going to try. Let me slow down because sometimes the way people type, your brain going faster than your hands. Fury was caught doping during the Klitchsko fight. Okay. See, that's what I said. I'm just sharing with you what was shared with me. Fury was caught doping during the Klitschko fight, and he was caught doping again prior to the contractually mandated rematch. See, that says a whole lot right there. See, I don't know about that. Okay, then he says, the first case involved a scandal as the test results of Fury's urine sample came many months after the fight. Now, I'll tell you this, right? I do believe Tyson Fury is part of the secret society. I believe he's got the key decision makers and all those guys with the black hoods who are there behind the scenes pulling strings. I do believe he has them looking out for him. But as far as with the Klitschko fight and during the Klitschko fight and the leading up to the Klitschko fight, I'm not so sure that I believe that the whole secret society was behind Tyson Fury going into that fight. Okay, so, but I do believe that I just think it's fair to have a conversation about some of the speculation. Okay. He says, this is the reason Klitschko's team demanded that this time around, the test for doping is done prior to the fight, and Fury got caught using performance enhancement drugs again. He was to be stripped of his belts, but his legal team advised him to retire from boxing on BS mental health issues to avoid being stripped for doping. So what he's saying here is Fury was doping, right? And he got caught. He was going to be stripped, but he retired instead of being stripped. Now, again, sometimes, people take it to the stupid. But I don't know everything. But this is interesting to me because I know that there was some. I know about the whole thing about wild boar meat and all that shit. I do believe Tyson Fury has cheated. I do, but as far as this and the timeline goes, I don't know. It says he was to be stripped of his belts, but his legal team advised him to retire from boxing on BS mental health issues to avoid being stripped for doping. The retirement was a way Fury was allowed to avoid shameful stripping of the belts due to doping as long as he retires from boxing, just to allow him back in pretending he was never caught using performance enhancement drugs. Most people actually think that Fury retired due to mental health issues and suddenly got better, decided to return to boxing. The people behind Fury made it possible to fight Klitchko on PEDs and get away with it by making the people responsible for testing not check his sample until Klitschko team asked for the results. The results came many months after the sample was taken, and it's possible that it took so long to test it. They did not have the results and made the test only when a request was submitted by Klitschko's team. Furthermore, Fury was allowed to use PEDs for a second time before the rematch and was allowed to go into fake retirement to avoid getting stripped for cheating, just so he can come back after Klitschko retired and the dust has settled to continue claiming he's the lineal champion, as if he was never caught doping. When he clearly and continuously ducked Usyk, the boxing pundits all gave justification and excuses, gave them legitimacy. The YouTube boxing creators and community literally put pressure on the boxing world's pundits that allowed and enabled Fury to get away with ducking and running his mouth. Gradually, even the pundits didn't want to support his indefensible BS. He also says that, Fury has no mental health issues. Fury is a fake champion and a cheater. Okay. All this stuff about Fury doping and the Klitschko's and a rematch. He had no rematch with Vladimir. I'm not really when the results came months after the sample was taken. If they took his sample, right, and then months later they got the results. It's one thing if they took his sample months later. That means the stuff could have been out of the system. But if there was a urine test before the fight and they just waited forever to get the results, and it's the sample that was taken before the fight, I'm not sure I'm following everything that was written here. Now I got the hairy eyeball on Tyson Fury, but I got to be fair, right? I'm not so sure I'm following all this. I'm not just gonna sit here and run with this like it's fact. There's got to be, for me, there's got to be some smoke. And with all of this, I know there was mental health issues. I know he decided to retire. I know before there was something about eating wild boar meat or some crap. We all know that's BS. But about, doping and Klitschko and then a rematch, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about everything that's written here. But obviously there's some things that, maybe it's an article or a video this person may have seen that I haven't seen, and that's why they decided to share it. But what I will tell you is, just setting all of that aside, I do think we need to pay a little bit of attention to Tyson Fury, because, look, man, he didn't really want to mess around with Usyk. He's gonna retire from the sport. Then he went on and said 70-30, and Usyk agreed to everything. He tried to intimidate Usyk, and he just wasn't able to intimidate him. Got in his face screaming, and Usyk didn't budge. So I think Usyk has been winning the battle of mental warfare. I think Usyk is more disciplined than Tyson Fury. I think Usyk stays in shape. He stays prepared. And I think Tyson Fury, I think Tyson Fury can win that fight, but at the same time, I think Tyson Fury knows that, I put it to you this way. It's like Deontay Wilder. Every fight he got in, he put people down. So in the fight, if this man has a 100% KO ratio of 40 plus people, it's got to be in the back of your head. Just when is it going to happen to me? Tyson Fury was able to get through Deontay Wilder in first fight, second fight, third fight. We all, a lot of us believe that there's some crap going on. I believe Tyson Fury cheated in I think all 3 fights. When I say cheated, there was some things going on inside the ring, in my opinion, and definitely things going on outside the ring from the Usman Sajjad and having, Kinahan there in his corner, and the influence the Irish mob had with intimidation and orchestrating the outcome of fights. I'm not making that up, right? The fact that Fury is associated with that, right? That's why I keep a hairy eyeball on him, and that's why I feel when it comes to the Wilder fights, it's hard for me to give Fury the credit I want to give him, because it's just too much shit starts to stink. But as far as with Fury and Klitchko, I don't know about that one, But that being said, we got to see what happened with Fury and Usyk. I personally think if they're really on Fury, because see, Usyk is down with the Saudis too. Usyk is down with the secret society as well. We saw what happened in that Dubois fight. They didn't want Usyk to lose. Period. Right? Dubois should have been the champion, unified champion. They didn't want him to lose. So it's all bullcrap what happened in that fight, in my opinion. I know people, do you know the rules of boxing? Do you know what the belt line is? Yo, hold your horses, quit taking it to the stupid. Don't ask me dumb questions. You know where your ball's supposed to sit? The hell out of here. Wasn't no goddamn low blow, right? But with Usyk and Fury, I just think when you look at Fury, he has all the advantages. But I just have a feeling Fury may be doubting himself, because just like Wilder, winning all of these fights, knocking everybody out, and then Fury getting in the ring with him, and he's like, whoa, shit, it happened to me too. I got touched. I see that it's not, this isn't, I respect that power. That power is real. And I think it's the same thing with Usyk. You got to respect his skills, because he's beaten everybody, outskilled him. So the skills are real. And I just think Tyson Fury has already had a half a pound of flesh taken on him from the Wilder fights. And I really think that week of the fight, something's going to come up. And that fight ain't going to pop off. I really feel that way. But if it does, great. I'll be sitting there watching it. I'm not saying I don't want to watch it. I just have a feeling of suspicious Fury. He's going to do something we're not going to believe. But them Saudis, they're not playing around either. So I doubt they let him go out there and take it to the stupid. But that being said, y'all keep cool. It's a few more wake-ups. We're going to see what the real deal is with Tyson Fury. And boy, oh boy, if he does get in there and beats Usyk, and Fury looks like the guy, the machine that was in that second Wilder fight, that third Wilder fight, I think we got to stop and ask some questions. What happened with Ngannou? And if we ever get a little peek behind the tent flaps to see what the hell Fury's got going on, if the foul play can be proved, boy, oh boy, I got about 1 million videos coming about that. But that being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans on 7 continents. As of right now, I can understand Tyson Fury being the favorite, but he may not see himself as a favorite. I'm not so sure he has all the confidence that he, exudes on videos, that he projects when he gets a camera in front of him. I'm not sure he's really that guy. I'm not sure. Deep down, I'm not sure he's that guy. I think there's some self-doubt there, some disbelief. I really do. And I'm just telling you that going into that fight, I think there's going to be some drama. And I just think y'all need to prepare for it. You can't tell me it's just going to be smooth sailing. He's going to be happy. He's just going to go in there with no hiccups. I don't see it. I understand the money he's making. I get it. I understand. But I just think there's going to be some more drama. So far, everything's too smooth. Too smooth. Things don't operate smoothly in Tyson Fury's world. Not when it comes to this boxing crap. Especially with making a fight with Usyk. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.